Okay, everybody, welcome back to Joys of Editing 2. I do not have my mic this time, unfortunately. I am at my grandparents' this time around, so we're just going to get into it. I was asked to do another Joys of Editing, so this is what I'm doing. Speaking of the previous Joys of Editing, if you remember, I spent a lot of that video talking about this guy called Wyatt Johnston. He's a hockey player. Wyatt Johnston tonight has put up a goal, even though his team is down 5-1. He's the only goal. But he's scored in 8 straight games. Actually, I think it's 9 straight now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 straight games. He has scored at least a goal or an assist, and he's putting up crazy fantasy numbers. I absolutely love him. He's crazy good. So that edit may be coming sooner rather than later. But let me get this video edited today because who's talking to me? Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid scores another goal. I'm absolutely shocked. Anyways, I've had a bit of a long day. I've done a lot today. I've served at church 3 times this week. That may not sound like that much, I guess. But I did a lot of different things. He's really good, but he has no O-line. Jordan. Because there was Ash Wednesday on Wednesday, praise the Lord. And that was not particularly weird, but it was just a little different. And it was the first one, so I was like, okay, whatever. It's just going through the motions. Okay, nothing wrong here. And then after that was Lenten Friday, and Lenten Friday was fine. But just having another mass today is just another one. For some reason, also not good. And Sam, like, I love church and I love mass, and I try and be religious and all that, and that's good and all. It's just like I'm gassed because having a dislocated knee, like my knee is killing me constantly when I'm up there. And so recently I've had to coach the new breed of altar servers because there's a bunch of the new ones. So I'm like head coaching all the time while I'm up there. Like when I get a normal, okay, you know what? When I get a job, then I'll be being paid to do it. That's one thing, but not this. not 3 times a week. These videos are fun to make, and I like making them, but it's also 11:48 at night, so like I'm hella tired. I didn't even finish explaining why I've had a long week. So let me go back to that. So I've been like, I'm still dealing with my knee, and it's still painful. And even though I'm able to walk better, and I don't technically need my cane anymore, W Kane and all. Thank you, Kane, for serving me well. It's not a situation of I can't. How do I phrase this? I don't need it. It's not an I don't need it. It's just that I could not use it. And I like not using it because with it, I feel like, small, I guess. So I just don't like using it. And at number 10, we have Bo. So, yeah, it's nice. People have been like, oh, how are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. One girl asked me about it like 3 times. It was kind of, I respect, asking, being nice and all, but like, thanks. Nah, but I'm just sitting around. I respect all the. But I think Bo Nix has the slight edge. He made the playoffs as a rookie. Season moves. They have a great tight end and maybe a running back, depending on how that goes. Jaleel McLaughlin, I forgot to mention that. But Bo Nix, I would say, is the 10th quarterback on this list, even though you could really switch him out with any of the other guys in the honorable mentions, and I wouldn't be particularly mad. We move on to the number 9. That was crazy good levels of when I was cutting that. Get props to myself. That was good. Who's 9? Herbo? I think it's Herbo. situation 3 times. And at the number 9 spot, I have Justin. Yeah, it was Herbo. But yeah, like the knee thing, and then I was supposed to test for my black belt tonight. Had I not gotten injured, obviously, so that like I feel kind of sad about that. But hey, say la vie. Herbert, quarterback. Like it would be one thing if it was like you can test every month, but with the black belt, you can only test every 4 months. So it's gonna be a while before I'm testing again, and that sucks. Like I grinded a lot to get to the point where I can test. So not being able to test is just really, really sad for me. LA Chargers. Justin Herbert. But hey, is once again another situation. The grind. He's had this situation. A friend of mine sent me her playlist. It's a really good playlist. I don't know if I can play it without getting, claims, but if you know the music, it's mostly SZA. So let me just go through so it's like SZA and Frank Ocean, and then Kendrick Lamar, and then some Daniel Caesar. She added a bunch more stuff recently, and she just texted me. So, some 21 Savage, some more like rap music recently. So it's been like changing up the tunes in the playlist. And there's a song in here that I haven't heard in like forever. And like I opened the playlist to listen to it, and I scrolled to the bottom because she adds new songs pretty commonly. So I scrolled and I saw it, and I was like, whoa, it's been forever since I've heard that song. It was actually really nice to see. Since I've been asked to say something about LeBron. He got injured tonight. I'm very sad about that. She keeps texting me about LeBron. Anyways, my gosh. Will it be to over and over and over? Jeez Louise, chill out. Like LeBron as much as the next guy. I understand you want to watch the video. Chill. So I haven't asked. I haven't said anything about it. I just kind of been rolling with it. What do y'all think of the cut? The new shaved down sides. I think it's pretty good. I think it's not as good as it is in real life. It looks better on camera. But I think it's I didn't like it originally, but I actually really like it now. I think my hair looks good like this. It wasn't what I asked for, but it's what I got. So it is what I'm stuck with. But I've been rocking with the backwards cap recently. So we are rolling with the cap right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm really enjoying having a cap. It feels nice. And when I had my longer hair, it would always mat my hair. But with this, it just keeps it it actually keeps it nicer. So I actually really like wearing it. So I'm a cap guy now. Is that Bing or is that another text? That's another text. Anyways, stop doing that. This is when I actually started going in depth. Y'all see this video tomorrow, so that's a disappointing stat to see. If you're interested, nevertheless, he is still. You're going to see parts of it here, but you're not going to hear my. You're not going to hear my full take. Maybe. You're not going to hear all my hot takes because I have some hot takes in this video. So I do recommend you actually watch it. I need the watch time. Just I humbly request of you. Number 5, I have. Back to LeBron. I didn't spend enough time talking about him. He's carried my fantasy team for a while, and I have to thank LeBron for that. King James. My fantasy team has been running by LeBron and Giannis for what feels like eternity, and Steph Curry. So him being injured, and it looks like he's gonna be out a couple weeks. It is very unfortunate. Not just for my fantasy team, just for quarterback, liking the Lakers in general. I'm a Pelicans fan, I know, but I like the Lakers because of their vibes. Got to the end zone, and so he brought his team to the NFC Championship game. What we saw last year, I do think he is the fifth best person to put your Super Bowl MVP. Okay. This offseason. That's where we end the Jaden one. You see throughout these videos, my eyes get more and more like zoned out. You know, like I'm not in it at all. At the number 4 slot, we have like you can if you were to look in my eyes right now, they're like soulless because I've been up since who knows when, and I've been doing a bunch of stuff, and I've recorded I think 4 videos today, which like if you don't do YouTube, that may not sound like that much. Super Bowl MVP Jalen, and really I haven't had to edit most of them, so I guess it isn't. But it's just a grind, especially with my editing software. You can see is Clipchamp. It just takes a while to do some stuff. It is officially March 9th, just turned in midnight, so happy new March 9th. In a whole year since the last one. There are 3 quarterbacks that I have ranked above Jalen. Earlier today, I was editing a video, and it was what video was it? Let me go on the channel dashboard. I think it was it was the Seahawks video, and there's a point in that video where I heard something upstairs, so I went like, 1 second, guys, to try and like listen if someone was about to come downstairs, and I was just there, just doing that, and 40 for 20 seconds. MVP. We are to the top 2, and I was just sitting there, and I was waiting for like forever. Good season from Lamar Jackson. We move on to and then I had to like hurry up and leave because we had to go to church. Was it church or was it? I don't remember what it was. I'd hurry up and go to something, and so I was like, okay, let me just rush edit this thing. I tried to get it out as quickly as possible, and my computer, its battery was being weird, so I didn't decide to just leave it running. So I was just waiting for it to finish, and then I saw, because the way that Clipchamp exports it, you'll see it in a minute because we're almost done. You can see like problems in the video still. But Joe Burrow is my number 1 QB going into 2026. Oh, what happened? Do not tell me another one of my players got hurt. I just got a notification that Amen Thompson got hurt. He better not have been hurt seriously. I already lost LeBron. I don't need to lose Amen Thompson too. He's day to day. What happened? He has to have an MRI. Hey, he and I are MRI buddies. We're both getting MRIs. He landed on Carlo Matkovic's foot and needs an ankle MRI. Has used a walking boot and crutches. Wonderful. I'm just giddy. I'm so joyous. Luckily, my opponent's not paying attention, and they're playing 4 players who are out in PJ Washington, Wemby, Jalen Johnson, and Lauri Markkanen, and is not like switching out their actual starting players. So I'm gonna get an easy win. I'm up by like 900 points, but this week's almost over, so next week's gonna start. And if I play someone good, then I might be cooked. Make sure you have a good day, good evening, good night, good morning, good dawn, good dusk, good whatever. Make sure to watch any former or future videos on the channel. And goodbye. All right. But what I was saying was like with the export, I can see everything like sped up. So if I see something that I forgot to get rid of, I just watch this and then I see it. And I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta get rid of that. Unfortunately, it means I have to restart the export process, but whatever works. What can I talk about? Let me actually talk about my fantasy teams, because my fantasy teams are kind of crazy. So let's talk about my fantasy basketball, because I mostly talked about fantasy hockey last time. So my fantasy basketball team, as I mentioned, LeBron, unfortunately injured. Very, very sad. Amen Thompson, day to day. But we also have Steph Curry, very, very good. CJ McCollum from Nolans, pretty good. Giannis, it's Giannis. He's 3rd in MVP voting, even though he's not particularly close to the other 2. Onyeka Okongwu is the Hawks center. Asar Thompson, who is utterly mid. Christian Braun, who is surprisingly good. Jalen Duren, who's very good. Kawhi Leonard, who I still have on my roster. I drafted him when he was injured, and I kept him all this way, and he's finally paying off for me. Tamani Camera, very good. I'm very happy I picked him up. DeMar DeRozan, so eternally mid, but somehow the 5th best rated forward. I'll take it. and Jaden McDaniels, who's also very good. Not Jaden Daniels like QB Jaden Daniels. Jaden McDaniels. This guy. I don't know if that's actually on the screen. That guy. He's pretty good. So but yeah, I am 11-7. I've been on a crazy run. I've won like 6 in a row. So I'm very happy about that. If I win this week, I'm pretty sure I'm in the playoffs. That is important because only 4 teams make the playoffs, and there's 3 people left that aren't already locked in. So I don't want to be the one team that gets bounced. So back to my hockey team. Issa Lindell and where is Wyatt? Wyatt still only has his 1 goal, but the Stars are coming back. It is now 5-3. It was 5-1 before. So we will see how they do. Of course, Darcy Kemper had a good game. Yep. When I decide to bench him, he decides to actually lock in for once. So that's just Darcy Kemper for you. Meanwhile, the Islanders are playing the Sharks, and they're winning 3-1, so that's cool. I need Sorokin to win because I need those fantasy points too. But my fantasy hockey team, for the few of you who probably actually watch hockey, Jesper Bratt, Wyatt Johnston, Nikita Kucherov, Anton Lundell, Mitch Marner, Sam Reinhart, Nick Suzuki, Andrei Svechnikov, Frank Vetrano, Rasmus Anderson, Issa Lindell, Mike Matheson, Jake Sanderson, Zach Wierenski, Matthew Nyes, John Carlson, Kirill Marchenko, Connor Mick, Michael, because McDavid's not good, Mackenzie Blackwood, Ilya Sorokin, Darcy Kemper, and Anthony Stolars. Yes, I drafted him basically when he was on IR already, but he's still really good, so I've kept him on the roster, and he's paid off ever since. I'm not complaining about my fantasy teams. Like, I'm top, I think, the second best team in the league in hockey, and then top 5 in basketball. We will see if I'm top 3 or top 4. Hopefully, I get to top 3, but we'll see. This video still has 15 minutes left to export, so I know what I'm going to do. Anyways. Oh, Rantanen scored. That's nice. Mikko Rantanen scored against his old team. Very nice. I'm gonna cut it and then just restart it again, but you're not gonna miss anything. So let me do that. Okay, I'm back. It took a little longer. I didn't even check to see if the previous file finished loading, so it might not even load. This might be all you got. I'm so tired. The moment I am done editing Joys of Editing, I am going to bed because I need to go to bed so badly. This is my 5th video of the day that I've had to edit and work on and do. That about sums it up. I was going to say something, but actually that yawn, that sums it up. I might go lay down on the couch because I don't need to be here anymore. My phone's charging from over here, so I don't want to leave because I can't watch reels, you know. To lay down or not to lay down is the question. Well, my phone's at a pretty high percentage. It's not like it's gonna die the moment I put it over there. So you know what? I'm going over there. I'm going to sit on the couch. I'm bringing you with me. Come on. We're going to the couch. Because I'm tired and I want to lay down. Okay. Now we're in some comfortable seating. Oh, don't bend the cord. Oh, sorry. Free ceiling shot. So here we go. We're comfortable. It's actually really nice. It is a very nice seat right here. And I was thinking to myself when I will feel like complete as a YouTuber. And I was like, is there a sub count that I would say would make me feel complete? And I was thinking like, oh, is it 3.5? Is it 2.5? And I was like, I don't think there is a number of subscribers that would get me to think I'm finished. Like not finished, but like I've become a YouTuber. Like officially I'm here. And like I'm in it. And I was thinking like what would that moment be for me? And what I came up with was that moment is whenever now, obviously, a lot of my friends and people I know follow me here and probably are watching this. So you guys don't count. But if I am ever in public, like just like at the mall or in the airport, wherever I am, and someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, are you that guy on YouTube?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do YouTube. I mean RSWC 65." And they're like, "Yeah, that one. Is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." "Whoa, what's up, man? Can I get a picture?" If I'm ever approached by someone who knows me from YouTube and it's like, "Hey, can I get a picture? Like, can I get a video?" That will be my moment. If I ever get approached by someone. So I encourage you, as long as you're not like it's gonna be like a weird interaction. And you know what I mean. If you're like 70 years old, then it's gonna be like actually, I don't know. If you're 70, then it's like a nice old man coming up to you. But if you're like 40, then it's like, why are you talking to a child? Like, back off. So if you're in that age range, like you can be like, I'm fine if you want to come up, say what's up. Just don't be weird about it. Well, don't be weird about it, period. Just because you're like 20 years old doesn't mean you can be like, "Hey, what's going on?" But you know what I mean. So like, if you ever see me in public, just say what's up. Like that's awesome. Like that will be my moment. I'll let you know if you're that person, by the way. Um but yeah, that's the moment I think I'll be complete. I don't know when that's gonna happen, if ever. But if it ever does, that will be when I'm happy. I'm satisfied with being a YouTuber because you think like, oh, you're never satisfied. You always want more. You always want to be the number one YouTuber or whatever. But I think I will be satisfied if I reach the point where someone recognizes me in public, because that means that you have a level of outreach that people, like random people who aren't necessarily from where you're from, know you. So I think that's my moment. If I ever reach that moment, I'll consider myself happy and like set as a YouTuber. Um, so yeah, as I said, if you see me in public, say what's up. Um, as I said, my friends, you guys don't count. Know that. So yeah, that's something I can talk about. Um, that's fantasy though. If you guys couldn't tell, I actually like fantasy football and fantasy sports. Period. So y'all want to do a RSWC fantasy football league? That sound like a good idea. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do a RSWC versus fans football league. What do y'all think? You got to put that in the comments later. Woo hoo hoo! Dallas is coming back. It was 5-1. Now it's 5-4. Dumba, Ben, and Rantanen have scored, and it's a close game now. Hey, this is Oilers goaltending to a T. I'm not surprised right now. I'm just saying. Um, nah, but for real, back to the thing I was saying. Like, if y'all want to do that, that's fine by me. It'll be fun. Um, but yeah, I. Why is there a gap? Oh, that's what that is. I forgot that I picked up Matthew Nice. I gotta be honest. I'm getting distracted. Jesus. Um, yeah, a little tuber versus fans. Sounds like a good idea to me. What do y'all think? If y'all like that, someone put like a thread of it in the comments, and we'll talk about it when the season comes around. Um, yeah, sounds fun. We'll have to do one of those like 100 points for quarterback tackles leagues. You know what I mean? Those are always fun. I like those leagues. I've never been in one, but I've seen them on like Twitter and stuff. So very fun. Um, Speaking of Twitter, if y'all actually know my Twitter, it's mostly me just like retweeting giveaways, card giveaways, because I'm a card collector. Like I love collecting sports cards. It's okay. Let me add a note to that. I love collecting sports cards But I think what I love more is sorting my sports cards. I love organizing them in some manner. So I have a bunch of boxes back in my house. I'm at my grandparents right now. And in one box is the NFC East and West. And then another box is the AFC East and West. Then the North and South. And there's a rookies box. There's a box for hockey and a box for wrestling. And so whenever I get more cards, I always sort them into certain sections. I go back to my house. I find that section in the box. I put them in where they belong. And then I always have them organized. So if someone's like, hey, do you have a Jalen Hurts card? And I'm like, oh, let me look. Do you want like a rookie or do you want a like just normal card? Oh, just a normal card. So I can go, okay, NFC East box. And then I have little like tabs to notify which section is which. Eagles, open it. And then it goes quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line, corner, and safety because I don't really care about the discrimination between the two of them. Discrimination. What discrimination? What was that word choice? The deviation between the two. And then linebacker, DT, D end, special teams. So I'm always like, okay, go to the front, quarterback. Let me see. Oh, here you go. Jalen Hurts. Um, so yeah, I love collecting sports cards. That's what all I really do on Twitter. The Saints liked my post once. It was actually really cool. They were doing something about like Samoan night, so I commented Jey Uso on Yeet, and they liked it, and I was very happy about that. It is my pinned thing. But yeah, like literally, if I go on Twitter right now, let me see. I'm gonna call the one of the top. Wait, I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking at my phone. It hasn't loaded yet. At least two of the first five will be card giveaways. I promise you. All right. Okay. First one is a shoe giveaway. So that's okay. Still, it's a giveaway. So I finished exporting. The previous file didn't load. I made another 10-minute piece that didn't load. So that's how things are going tonight. But say la vie, such is life. But I am exporting to YouTube Studio right now, so it's really not going to be all that long until the video would be over. So I'm just going to say good night now. It's 12:41 anyways. I hope you enjoyed Joys of Editing Part 2. Have a good night, y'all. I will... Oh, and watch all these videos, by the way. Just because I'm skipping through them doesn't mean you've seen the whole thing. So, watch them.